Spoon's car was an old blue Plymouth, and the three of them squeezed into the front. The back seat was covered with papers and books. "Sorry you're so crowded," he said, moving the car into traffic. "But I'm studying for my permanent teacher's license, and I've been collecting every scrap of paper I can get my hands on." He stopped for a light and looked at Alfred. "Do you want to be a fighter?" "I'm going to try," said Alfred. The light changed and Spoon looked away. Alfred watched the streetlights play on Spoon's face. There were thin scars around his eyebrows, and two cross blue scars on the bridge of his battered nose. "I saw your name on a fight poster up in the gym." "Did you?" Spoon smiled out at the traffic. "For a while, I was rated the number 7 light heavyweight contender." Alfred leaned forward. "How come you quit?" "It was very simple. One day, Mr. Donatelli said, 'Billy, I think it's time.' That's all he said. 'Billy, I think it's time.'" "Why was that?" "I was beginning to take too much punishment. I was winning, but I was starting to get hit regularly. This thing," he touched his nose, "was a big part of it. I argued, of course, but there isn't much point arguing with a boss unless you're right and he's just testing you. He told me he felt I should go back to college full time. I had taken a few courses at night. I had the money he made me save while I was going good, and I still had my eyesight and my hearing and my brain in one piece. I graduated from City College and I started substitute teaching. Last year I married a teacher. Mr. Donatelli was the best man." Spoon shrugged. "There I go, another speech. You fellows better tell me where to turn." They rode the rest of the way in silence, Spoon driving carefully as the clean, well-kept buildings in the quiet white neighborhoods gave way to shabby houses on streets filled with black children and garbage. Once Henry whispered something to him, but Alfred let it go by. He was too busy winning the championship of the world, doing everything Mr. Donatelli told him to do, never getting hurt or in trouble, smiling modestly down at Jelly and Spoon and Bud and Dr. Corey as the referee raised his arm. "It's a long road, Alfred." "Huh?" The car was parked in front of Henry's house, and Spoon was smiling at him. "It's all right. I still have daydreams about what might have been." Spoon offered his hand. "Nice meeting you, Alfred. And seeing you again, Henry." "You'll be coming up the gym?" asked Alfred. "I'll be there. Good night." "Good night. Thanks for the ride." The car pulled away and Henry tugged at his sleeve. "Want to sit on the stoop for a while? I got to run tomorrow." "Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, take it easy." "Yeah." Alfred took a few steps, then turned. "Henry?" "Yeah?" "Henry, I want to, well, thanks a lot, Henry. You and your father, too, for carrying me home that night." Henry's thin face beamed. "Oh, sure, man, that's all right. You got KO'd, right? Can't win 'em all." "Thanks." He walked fast, in a hurry to get into bed and play the whole day back in his mind. The policemen on the corner raised their eyebrows at him, smiling and nodding like that, and the people on the stoop he waved to looked at each other. But Joe Louis had a good word for everybody, and Sugar Ray and Cassius were men enough to be sweet. He started to say hello to the three boys standing in front of his stoop, but the word died in his throat when they turned around. "Where you been, Uncle Alfred? We've been waiting up all night for you," said Hollis. "Now let's take us a little walk," said Major, grabbing his arm.